big league from the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Richmond on 5-5, 35. Carlton 1-6, 12 points. Jones beaten by Lee, taken by Wiley, down toward Waitman and also English. Oh, here's a chance for Waitman. Or big Foley going through, can't pick up. Barton threads his way through the pack. Left foot step toward goal. Roach, no!
Oh,
only one behind.
He should have taken that mark, Michael Roach. He hasn't played a lot of football in the last few weeks, and I think that certainly counts as far as ball handling goes. Here's Southby kicking out towards the half-back line. Lee is doing a power work. Waitman has got it. Caught with the ball, but gets the hand pass into Rawlings. Rawlings has the ball smothered. Goes in after it once again. Oh, there's Big Lee. He's doing a power work in the ruck. He gets it out towards Mervyn Kane. Mervyn Kane to Ablett. Ablett's gone short, and oh, Waitman's dropped the sitter. In goes Foley after the football, but the umpire said in the back, and it'll go to Wayne Johnston.
Foley should have called Waitman to leave that ball. He was coming straight into it, but anyhow, Johnson got the hand pass to Perovic, who drives up toward the wing position. Hunter sets himself, and when Kenny Hunter sets himself, he normally takes the mark.
Oh, he had his name written all over that one, and he only had a small player to jump over to in David Palm, which certainly helped him. Here's Kenny Hunter, centre wing, kicks down towards half forward. Oh, it's all Richmond. Oh, they both fly against one another. Poor defensive play. In goes Ablett, caught with the ball, had no chance to get rid of that one though. Comes away through Sheldon, out there to Austin. Austin on the left foot, kicks towards full forward, but going back is Richard Murray, and he marks all on his lonesome, right in the last line of defence.
Yes, Austin had a left foot shot toward goal, which didn't have enough length in it to carry for a score. 15-metre penalty will help Murray get the ball out to the half-forward zone, half-back zone, where Sartori sets himself. Mark Mazzani there, into the back of Sartori, I thought, slightly. The hand pass comes from Matt Wall. A chance now for Sartori once again. Mark Mazzani's there, coming through Perovic. The ball with Buckley. Buckley should hand pass to Sheldon. There it goes now. Shorts to Marcoux, and Marcoux can't quite reach it, and it's out of bounds. So a boundary throw will take place in the forward pocket position for Carlton on the members' side of the ground, in the shadows of the stand, as you see. And it's Richmond on 5-6, Carlton 1-6. The time clock only 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Big knockaway, comes towards Wayne Johnston. He picks it up brilliantly, kicks towards full forward. It's bouncing, and it is a good, safe mark. Before it bounced, I was anticipated there a little bit. Coming away with the ball is Richard Murray towards half-back. Oh, Mark Lee has taken on. Very impressed, Jack, with the effort so far in this match by Lee.
Yes, he's done well, but he was in front of his mark and has to go back and kick over the mark. Yeah, Mark Lee has done well. He's going to hand pass to Wiley. No, changed his mind. Kicks in toward the wing position. Perovic uses the body to allow English to come in. He couldn't hold the mark at the back, though. And there's 3 Richmond players here, and Wiley will take the mark.
Robert Wiley. It's Richmond everywhere. They seem to be running in 2s and 3s. Grabbing the ball is Barry Rawlings, the captain. He kicks long towards half forward. Foley flies, punched away by Dool. Here's Jimmy Jess and Wayne Johnston. Johnston grabs it. Left foot towards half forward, and it's a safe mark. The Richmond defence at the moment playing brilliantly, and this is Graham Landy.
Graham Landy at half back, hand passing on. Richmond in the first. Oh, free kick upfield against Buzusto. He flattened Murray after he delivered the ball up to the half-forward flank, so the free kick is played further afield, and you can see the players in heated discussion. But at the other end of the ground, that's Kevin Smith trying to control the little pack down there. The other end of the ground is umpire Nolan, giving the free kick, or awarding the free kick to Sartori. He'd go close to the goal square with the kick. I don't think he'd make the distance. Roach is down there awaiting the arrival, and Bartlett's awaiting the crumb, if any. Torpedo punt kick works well. It's close to a goal. Oh! It's through. Torpedo punt. Beautiful kick by Sartori. He got that goal for Richmond's 6th goal. Richmond 6-6 to Carlton 1-6 on 7's big lead.
That wasn't a touch of glee in your voice as you said it was a torpedo punt, was it, Jack?
It was a good kick, though, wasn't it?
It was a great kick, and good shepherding too, by the way, by Michael Roach to make sure that went through. And Richmond are looking $1 million at the moment, and Carlton are a little bit nonplussed. They look a little bit slow. Richmond backline well on top. Lee is doing well in the ruck, and that was foolish play by Buzusto to give that free kick down the field, because that made an easy goal. Here comes Wiley. He's been in everything too. He waits for the bounce. Can't get it. Buzusto's there. Now Johnston. Johnston kicks it towards half forward. Fitzpatrick and Peart. Punched away by Peart. Out wide is Ditchburn, who has not been in the game yet. Caught with the ball. Play on, said the umpires. The kick hurriedly comes out of the pack by Rawlings towards half forward. It's grabbed there by Kenny Hunter. He kicks high. He's looking there for Ashman. The high flyers are there. Mark Buckley also almost a mark to Carlton. Play on, said the umpire. There's a hand pass from Richard Murray right out towards Fitzpatrick. He's got it. Dives back on the ball. Good desperate play. In goes Marcoux. Now it's Warren Jones. Handball to Fitzpatrick. Knock on to Buckley. Oh, he's run into 4 Richmond players, and coming away with the ball is Landy.
Placing the ball very well out to the wing position, still out of side, and Robert Wiley. Wiley looking for a lead. He should go toward Foley, but Foley's not trying to take a mark. He's trying to tap the ball further afield. This one comes to turf. Rioli missed it on the way through. Looked like Waitman got it out to Bartlett. He balks. He's in trouble. He's out of trouble. He's still back in trouble. Comes back out there to Kane. Kane taps it out. Goes past Wall. No one can get it cleanly. Marcoux's pace may win out. Now Ablett pushed in the back. The umpire said, bounce.
And Ablett looking for the free kick there. Umpire Smith right in the ball. But the bounce will take place, and oh boy, those Richmond players at the moment are running in 3s and 4s, and very desperate. They're very confident before the game. Here's Lee, gets another hit down, this time to Waitman. Waitman towards full forward. Roach is there. Over the back is Roach. He fires at the goals. I think he's offline.
Look at Bartlett going crook. It was clear. I don't think Roach had time to get the hand pass to him.
That's exactly right. But you're right, Jack. Bartlett was clear, but Roach... under pressure, at times you just do not see teammates like that. Wall
up high, couldn't take it. Comes to Kane, can't take it either. Hooked in once again by Southby. The umpire will effect another bounce in play on the half-forward flank for Richmond on the outer side of the ground. We've been playing approximately, not quite now, 7 minutes of the second term, and Richmond are leading 6-6 to Carlton's 1-6 on Seven's Big League.
Warren Jones to Marcoux. He can't get away with the ball, and that should be a bounce. It is, said umpire Smith, and the bounce will take place on that half-forward line where there must be a pack, Jack, of... There must be 20 players in that pack, and how they'll get it out of here without a free kick, I would not know. There's Warren Jones.
That's how you get it out.
That makes a big difference, I must admit. That's a free kick to Richmond, and that's David Palm, a player that... Well, I gave him a big rap last week, and once again, I think he's playing a very good game today. Very steady game indeed, as David Palm playing. It's a high kick. Southby at the back will go the spoil. Can't quite reach the ball to get a clear knock at it. Palm sort of waited for Jones. The ball forced through for a free kick. It was forced through for a point. It's going to be a free kick now paid to Carlton's Warren Jones. Yes, Harms had the ball, but it is Jones' free kick. Gone short. Oh. Didn't kick over the mark, and luckily enough, he's going to get a second chance. Say that again.
Oh, it was a shocking kick. He was trying to get it to Johnston, but the kick was a shocker. And the umpire said, you haven't kicked over your mark, so it's your day. We'll give you another kick. Warren Jones with the ball in Richmond's goal square, going short again. They kick a high one. Over the back it goes. Kane and Austin will do battle for it. The umpire may win out on the boundary here. He may have kept that ball in play. No, he hasn't. The umpire's indicated it was out of bounds. So the throw will take place. The throw-in will take place here on the half-forward flank for Richmond outer side. 8.5 minutes into the second term. Richmond leading by 5 goals over Carlton.
Halfway between that centre wing and half-forward. Foley's doing the ruck work, the young player, well done, as they go in after the ball. Waitman, that'll be at the bottom of the pack as usual. And how they could ever leave this bloke on interchange, Jack, has got me beaten. Is it Waitman? It is Waitman. Oh, don't tell me. That'd be a shocking luck if he has to go off the ground. You can see him hobbling around there, and he has to handball, and that's bad news. Landy, left foot towards Bartlett, up he goes, can't take the mark, punched away there by Wayne Johnston. Oh, brilliantly plays on. He can kick a football, this bloke, as he goes towards half forward. Too many Richmond players there, and that is a mark or a free kick, whichever you like, to Greg Strawn. Greg Strawn with the ball, somewhere around the middle, a little bit back of that, going into the half forward zone. A good mark by Sheldon over the back wall. Sheldon being called by Corcomelis on the wing, but Warren Jones has gone off the ground, and Zach Corcomelis has come on.
Yes, ball on the outer side now, tapped on by Jess. Hasn't done a great deal yet. Missed Hunter with the tackle. Hunter eventually got the kick away, but straight to 3 Richmond players, and one is Ablett, who's trying to pick it up now. Does so, uses pace to break away. Centres the ball up towards Foley, but the kick drops short to Perovic. Perovic taking the mark in the position between the half-back and full-back positions. Kicks with a torpedo punt, and does this one make some ground. Lee's going to set himself, can't take the mark. Well rowed by Bizzusto. The kick going goalward, but straight to the opposition. And it's easy for Richmond down there, Peter.
Richard Murray from fullback, as Jack said, on his own. He kicks long. Oh, great pass too. He's looking for Rioli, and he's got him. And good effort too by Rioli, and that's 15 metres against Wayne Johnston. Or is it?
Yes,
it
the
is.
umpire's
The
paid it,
umpire.
but Johnson hasn't yet gone back to the mark.
Rioli goes for that long raking kick. Look at that for kicking, Jack. Beautiful to Wiley. No doubt about him. Wiley plays on. He's looking for Roach. A one-out duel. Roach and Southby up go the arms. Nearly a mark. Play on as it comes to Bartlett. He snaps. Wide of the mark, though, and that'll be out of bounds on the full. Penalty kick to be taken by Wayne Harms.
Yes, Bartlett just missed that ball coming off the hands of Roach too. He only missed it by, as Peter Landy would say, half a metre. So Wayne Harms with the ball now after the free kick. Bartlett's kick going out on the full. And Harms will put a lot of distance between himself and the football, I would imagine. It's high, fairly long kick. Fitzpatrick the favourite. He takes the mark on the half-back line and plays on quickly. It's Sheldon taking the hand pass and letting him go a long hand pass out to Marquezani on the wing. He's trying to back his pace. Took one bounce and looks for forward. And the ball's delivered right up to the half-forward zone, but it's been taken away by Rawlings. Rawlings going out wide, using the ball well, straight to Pard, straight to Matt Wall.
Matthew Wall, the loose man. He had no one near him for 30 metres. Kicks towards half-forward. Oh, great play over the back of the pack. That is by Kane. Kane kicks to Roach. Up he goes. No mark. Over the back of the pack is Bartlett. He fires. He's missed again.
Kevin Bartlett off target with the snapshot. Richmond moved their score, though. They increased their lead over Carlton at 6 goals 7 to 1 goal 6. 43 playing 12, the time clock approaching the 12-minute mark of the second quarter here at the MCG. Southby's kick a high one. Harms caught of flying. He allowed Perovic to do the heavy work, and he's been awarded a free kick for pushing it back. I think he got a bit of a shock too when the whistle sounded. The umpire said it was his free kick. Sheldon went across looking for the hand pass, but Perovic kicks now. Drop punt. Corcomelis awaits the crumb. Here it is for him. He can't take it. Strawn got the tap away. Buckley's kick ineffective. Comes down to Strawn. He can't get a hand pass away, and the umpire will bounce.
Oh, good decision by the umpire too. A lot of the Carlton players doing the block there, but he made every attempt to get that hand pass out, but it was held to him. Here's the bounce. Lee, who has dominated the ruck, beaten by Dool though on that occasion. Oh, Palm charges through the pack. Good team players. Sartori comes through. Now it's Bazzusto, but the umpire's picked out a free kick, and it will go the way of Ian Sartori on centre wing.
Bit lucky to get that one, I thought. Sartori kicking up to the half-forward zone, where a big pack around the ball. Fitzpatrick at the back couldn't hold it. Rioli tried to get it out, couldn't do so successfully. Chance for Ablett. He goes in and out just as quickly, and the umpire said another bounce will take place. The game getting a very crowded in patches here, Peter. Now, as you said before, there must be nearly 20 people around this bounce, a big pack of players. So it's only 40 metres out from Richmond's goal. Jess got a big tap out, picked up by Marquezani. The kick off the side of the boot. Bounces kindly. Richmond have a chance to go deep into attack now as Sartori puts the boot into it. Looking for Roach. Southby got the drop on him, and Roach has taken a mark. Too tall.
Great mark, Jack.
Just too tall. Had a bit of a fight starts again.
Well, playing in front, the nature of full forward play, and 15 metres too, and that makes a certainty of the goal. Right onto the line, said Kevin Smith, and he comes out again to speak to players. And Roach, well, I'm looking forward to that duel. He has yet to score it. No, he's kicked one, in fact, already. He's going to line up his second. And as I said, playing in front is the nature of forward play, and that's what Michael Roach usually does.
Well, giving him that 15-metre penalty really put a little bit of an angle on the kick, which shouldn't have been, but it's going through the centre anyhow for Roach's second goal, and Richmond increased their lead to 49 points now. Richmond to Carlton 12 on Seven's big lead.
Yes, and Richmond already in this match looking a very, very good side. I think, Jack, we saw signs of it last week. Although Fitzroy got that initial break last week, Richmond came home, if you recall, in that last quarter and looked pretty impressive.
Yes, they did. They looked like they were coming back into form. A lot of people thought this was going to be a cakewalk for Carlton today, but at this stage it is not. It is Richmond on 7 goals 7 to Carlton's 1 goal 6, 14 scoring shots to 7. That's a lot, Peter, and we're not quite 15 minutes into the second term. Mark Lee's been doing well in the ruck. No decision that time. Comes a Corcomelis, got a whack on the head. The umpire said he would take the free kick, so Corcomelis can get this ball moving down toward the half-forward zone. Buckley made the lead out wide. He has a chance to fly. Hunter can't take the mark. That's Buckley now getting boot to ball. Or trip against Ditchburn should have been paid, and the umpire has not paid it. It's out of bounds.
Yes, right beside the behind post, and boy, there's Ditchburn on the right of the screen. Hasn't been in it, but it's not his fault. It hasn't been down there too often. And Richard Murray, of course, is playing pretty well on him as well. Here is Lee. Over the back was Ditchburn. Knocked away to Landy. Landy tries to get it out. Brilliantly tackled by Dool, but the ball was pinned to him. And umpire Kevin Smith will bounce the ball.
With the bounce taking place only 20 metres out, the small scoreboard in the background, you see Carlton trailing on 12 points, Richmond's total being 49. Up they fly. It goes a big thump from the pack. It's been picked up. It's snapped goal, but it's not the score. It's out of bounds. It bounced just inside the boundary line. So it's still a chance for Carlton from this boundary throwing. But look at the pack that's getting around this boundary throwing, Pete.
Lee. Punched away by Dool. Strawn. And I think that was pretty good play, actually, by Strawn, because now they'll have a kick from fullback. Although he punched it through for a point, they'll clear it 60 metres and take the pressure off goal-scoring potential by Carlton. But Carlton's forward line has been under a heck of a lot of pressure. That Richmond defence is playing well. Out towards half-back the ball goes. It comes to the deck. In they go. Jimmy Jess, who has been one of their quiet players, but he's been contesting well, slips over. Gets a hand pass. Out wide, he's looking for Greg Strawn. Bruce Dool is there. Gets a hand pass in. He looks for Mark Buckley. On the left foot, he kicks towards the pocket. Up they go. Oh, a pack of players were there. Jimmy Jess has got it, but over the line and out of bounds.
We're approaching the 17-minute mark of the second term on Sevens Big League from the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Richmond and Carlton doing battle, and Richmond holding sway. Lee got a beautiful tap out to Wiley. The hurried left foot kick bounces badly for Johnston. It's up, a chance for Rioli. No, they don't know what they messed that up between them out there. There were 2 or 3 Richmond players, and they didn't take advantage of the ball. Johnson picks up and clears back to the half-forward zone. The ball in front of the pack. Another chance. It looked like Landy got it out. A hand pass comes over. Mark Lee shoots it further forward to the man in trouble with Strawn. Chance for Mark Koo. The kick not a good one. It bounces badly for all concerned until Sheldon comes on the scene and he's put it through. So Carlton get this goal through Sheldon. The umpires now confer to say it's all clear. Carlton kicked there. A lot of roaring going on down there. Carlton kicked their second goal. The first one was kicked by Mike Fitzpatrick early in the first term. It's Richmond 7-7, 49 to Carlton 2-7, 19.
Yes, and I think that was caused by a shocking hand pass from Mark Lee to a man who was covered, Jack, when he should have roosted that ball to the centre of the ground.
Yeah, but going back further when the Rioli and 2 other Richmond players over there, yes, and they waited for the ball, waited for each other to get it.
3 of them, in
Johnson
fact,
took it away, yeah, so indecision there, not good talking, so that's cost Richmond a goal.
Centre of the ground, Mark Lee, who, as we've said, right throughout this game is rucking well. Beaten by Fitzpatrick, though. Taken away by Merv Kane. Out wide, Rioli is there. He ducks after it. Kenny Hunter. Now, the ball sat beautifully for Hunter, and he punched at the boundary line. But the umpire said he got into the back of Morris Rioli there, and Hunter can't believe it. Look at him having a few words to say as the ball goes back to Rioli. Now, let's see. He'll put this up to Roach, I would think.
I would think so. Roach shouldn't lead into the pocket. He should stay in the square and then come out. The kick is delivered toward the pocket, which isn't good. And if it wasn't out of bounds on the full, yes, it was out of bounds on the full. So as Ashman takes the short kick from South Beach, putting it down toward the centre, we're looking for Hunter. Hunter taking the mark in that position. Oops. It nearly have been a free kick to Mark Lee, I thought.
Yes, he shoved him in the face, Jack.
Yes, but the umpire has now given Hunter a 15-metre start. From the wing position, he looks for Bortolotto, tapped away by Jess, and the umpire has now said a boundary throw and will take place on the half-forward flank for Carlton on the outer side of the ground. Exactly 19 minutes into the second quarter, 7-7 playing 2-7, Richmond leading.
Yes, as Jack said, 5 goals the difference, and you wouldn't write Carlton off yet because they are one side capable of kicking quick goals. Here's over the back of the pack. Here's Mark Asani, read that beautifully into the open goal. He's kicked it, and maybe the Blues are coming back. 1 goal so far, kicked by Mark Asani. Now they're 4 goals behind. Richmond are on 7-7. Carlton 3-7.
That was good roving by Mark Asani, Peter. Took that ball off the pack very quickly. There's a bit of pushing and shoving on down there again. Players get a little bit annoyed with each other down there.
Keeping in touch with stuff, though, wasn't it, really?
Yes, well, I suppose it is. No, we can't feel them from up here. Never can we?
That's why I feel safe saying it, Jack.
At the centre bounce now. With Carlton coming back slightly, but they still trail by 4 goals. 20 minutes have now gone. Second term, the MCG. Richmond Carlton lead. Took it himself. Gets the ball moving, not with a good kick. He got bumped, was about to deliver the ball. Austin a chance. Didn't pick up cleanly. Dool nearly ran into Austin. It's hurried out of the pack. Picked up, and a good hand pass comes up to Rioli. Rioli getting away. Getting himself in a bit of trouble. Looks for Bartlett or possibly Waitman. Bartlett with the ball in front of him. Can't trap it. Yes, he has kept it in play. He's tapped it back for Waitman, who got tripped. And the umpire said exactly that. So Waitman will take the shot off the boundary line after being tripped. Be a difficult shot though, Peter, won't it?
Yes, it will be. And good to see Dale Waitman still on the ground. I thought he'd done his ankle before. And he's a vital player as far as Richmond are concerned, because he gets under the bottom of Mark Lee, does a lot of heavy work in the packs, and is a great handballer, as we all know. And here's Waitman. He's going to banana kick by the looks of it from the boundary line, Jack. There it is. Oh, he kicks it swinging, and I think just off line, was it? And it was, said the goal umpire. So that's a behind, a handy one, in fact, to Richmond. They move on to 7-8, Carlton 3-7.
That's 50 points, playing 25. Richmond have doubled Carlton's score. Southby puts it out wide, the outer side. Rioli came over the top to spoil. The umpire said a free kick going against Richmond, and being paid to Carlton's Austin. Rod Austin on the half-back flank, looking down towards centre wing. High kick, possibly one for the Rovers. The man in front was drawn. Good roving by Marcoux. He gets the ball moving, but it's been taken by Wiley. 15 metres against Dool now. Another Barney going out there. Ashman and Rawlings having a punch up. Yes, they are punching up too. I don't know whether they've been caught by anybody, but they let a few go. I don't think any connected though. Johnson over the top. That could have been a free kick against him too, but Harms takes the ball away for Carlton. Down toward Buckley, and a good mark taken by Buckley on the wing position on the outer side. He's looking down to a forward line, which gives him nothing to kick to.
And they're still wrestling there, Ashman and Rawlings, as you called, Jack. Oh, here's a chance for Marcoux. Has the ball taken away. Bazusto gets it out wide. Oh, that was against Bortolotto, I think. Or is it going his way? Oh, very lucky to get that one. I thought Mario Bortolotto was out, went the elbow, but the umpire deliberated that Bortolotto was caught too high. A long way out from goal, would be 55 metres out. Directly in front. Let's see if he's going to drop punt. He is. He's gone short. And, oh, it's dropped there by Johnston. Plays on, though. Fires at the goals, and he's missed.
Fitzpatrick hung his head there. He and Johnson. No teamwork again. No talking. And they messed each other up. With the result, Johnson had to pick up quickly, have a left foot snap at goal, which is his kicking foot, but he didn't gain the result.
By heck, Jess is covering some territory.
And with that kick he is too. He's put it right into the centre of the Melbourne cricket ground. That is an enormous kick by Jimmy Jess. Right, it's just about landed in the centre bounce ring, and the mark was taken by Dale Waitman. And what a beautiful torpedo punt. 20
out of 20 for that one, because it did land in the circle. Here's Waitman. He'll use the ball well as usual. Oh, Roach has made the lead. He flies. He's marked it. He's marked it. 30 metres out. A little bit too quick for Jeffrey Southby. And he has kicked 2 goals. And Jack, this is a very vital goal, this one.
Well, that was a good lead and a good pass. I thought for a moment the umpire may not have paid the mark. It didn't quite bring it to ground. But Roach having this shot, Peter told you the distance. The angle isn't very acute. I think the shot's missed. Hit the post. You can see it drifting away in flight. And it just, I thought, was going through the behinds. But Arnie wasn't quite that far over, hit the post. So Richmond a little bit unlucky on that occasion. It's what, 2 posters, is it?
Yes, 2 posters. It's interesting, the score, the time, I should say, Jack. 24 minutes gone in the second quarter, and Carlton are not making a great impression at the moment. 4 goals, 1 behind, which is a good lead. In the first term, Richmond had 5-5 on the board at quarter time to Carlton's 1-6. So Carlton have kicked 2 goals, 2, and Richmond have kicked 2 goals, 3. Strawn caught one in the back there, and he's playing well, Greg Strawn. In fact, the whole Richmond defence at the moment are well on top of their respective opponents, and
yes, Carlton breaking down up forward, aren't they?
And Strawn playing well, kicks high towards half forward. Oh, here's Foley from behind. He had his name written all over it. Couldn't take it though. Taken away by Sartori. Tries to get the hand pass in. Good decision by umpire. That is umpire Nolan this time, because he had no chance of getting that hand pass in.
Big pack around the ball, as you see. Richmond in attack, only 40 metres out from goal. Punch clears the pack just about, diving on top again at Looks like Sartori doing the heavy work under there, and once again umpire Nolan has called for the ball, and the bounce being put down about 50 metres out from the goal. Ashman did some heavy work, went through without the ball, taken by English, a good player. Getting the ball out towards Sheldon on the wing position. Dools there, the ball bounces badly for them. Pinched by Peart. Peart looking in toward the half-forward zone. It's a good-looking pass, doesn't quite carry. It beats all and sundry until it's been eventually picked up and kicked by Johnston on the wrong foot. Peart will come in to try and spoil Dool. He did that successfully. They all thought of punching the ball away. Now the umpire said there's a free kick, and it will go the way of Richmond. Dool thought it was his free kick, but it's going to Neil Peart.
I think everyone did. They all went back the other way, and Dool, as you said, Jack thought he was going to get a lovely kick by Peart. He's looking for Roach. He ducks back, can't take the mark. It comes to the deck. Here's danger when the ball hits the deck because Richmond little men are playing very well. Here's Matthew Wall. He's got it. 35 metres out. He has a bounce now on the right foot. Kicks it high to the pocket. Hunter against Roach. In goes Wiley. The ball hits the deck. Oh, Wiley cleverly over the head. In goes Bartlett. Bartlett grabbed in the back. A free kick. 12 metres out, directly in front. Umpire Nolan right onto that one, and Kevin Bartlett is the recipient directly in front of goal.
If there's one fella you can't even touch on the back near goal, it's Kevin Bartlett. And he'll make sure that the umpire knows he's been tackled from behind, which is, I'm not knocking him for it, that's experience, good thinking, and Kevin Bartlett, point blank range. The veteran kicks another one. And Richmond had his second. Richmond moved their score along to 8 goals 9. Carlton 3 goals 8 on 7's big lead.
Well, I hate to repeat myself, but
Well, don't.
I must. Well, I will. I want to say it again, Jack, and that is that Richmond are playing particularly well. And I just had that feeling in the Richmond luncheon. They were very confident, Jack, that Richmond had put up a good showing today. Carlton look as though they've got a good side in, but I just feel as though they're being outpaced.
Well, there's 5 goals won between the teams, with Richmond having the advantage of that score. We're 27 minutes into the second term, and Carlton trying to get forward through Marcoux. Up they fly, the ball comes to turf, punched away by Rollings. Big Mark Lee and Rioli were there. It comes to Kane. Oh, good hand pass, straight over to Waitman. Waitman shoots it back to Rollings. Another chance of a goal, 40 metres out. Rollings goes forward, and it's another goal to Richmond. My word, they're playing well. Rolling kicks his second goal on 7's big league, and the scoreboard ticks over further. It's Richmond, 9 goals 9, 63. Carlton, 3 goals 8, 26. The action on 7's big league.
And there's no doubt in my mind that the reason that they're playing so well is the dominance of Mark Lee at the centre bounce, and also the little men are taking Carlton apart. Wiley, Waitman, time, and Bartlett, of course, is dangerous up forward. Rollings is picking up kicks, and the Carlton little men have hardly been sighted so far in this match. In they go after it. There's Johnston trying hard. Fitzpatrick, free kick, I would say, in the centre of the ground, and it will go back to Mike Fitzpatrick.
Yes, he's right in the centre, going for a long hand pass. Out wide on the outer wing. Hand pass came to Bortolotto, but he's messed it up a bit. Peart came through using strength. He's gained possession of the ball. Kicks high toward the centre of the ground. Foley should do the heavy work, but he's doing the roving. Should give it to a smaller player, but he goes for the pass. It's theirs, it's Roach. Roach took a good mark.